Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Thanks for joining us today. We're here at the Moses Cone Manor House with Jordan and Willa from the Blue Ridge Parkway Foundation. Thank you for joining us today. And we look forward to hearing more about the Moses Cone House and also the Blue Ridge Parkway Foundation.
Yeah, great. Thanks for having us.
So we'll start with you, Willa. Tell us a little bit about your role and what you do here at Moses Cone and, more importantly, the Blue Ridge Parkway Foundation.
So I'm the Chief Development Officer. That means that I'm in charge of making budget every year. So that's always fun, right? We do what I believe is really important work on the Blue Ridge Parkway, which is to fund projects and programs that otherwise could not be funded by the National Park Service. And the Blue Ridge Parkway Foundation has existed since 1997. But yeah, we do a variety of projects, and especially here in the high country. The reason that's so important is because the Blue Ridge Parkway is not only absolutely beautiful and gorgeous, we all know that, we don't have to sell you on that, but it's also an economic engine for the mountain counties that it goes through. And so we're very pleased that we not only help the Parkway, but we help the communities that surround the Parkway by keeping the Parkway beautiful and a great tourist attraction that draws over 15 million visitors a year. Visits to the Parkway are more than visits to Yellowstone, Yosemite, and Grand Canyon National Parks combined. It's really amazing, but yet we get a fraction of the budget of those western parks. And so we actually have a legislative committee that's working on that because we want our fair share, and especially with the community so reliant on tourism for their economy. So,
is there an estimate of what the economic impact is for
Oh yes, so it's over $1 billion a year. It varies year to year. We get that report every year. I believe it was $1.3 billion last year in benefit to the communities that are along the Parkway. And it supports over 15,000 jobs. So that's huge. But way beyond that, I mean, we know what the Parkway is. It feeds our souls, right? You can be feeling bad, go for a drive on the Parkway, get out of your car, the wind whips your hair back, and you're like, oh my gosh, this life is good. You know, it just lifts you up out of the dumps if you're in the dumps, and if you're feeling good, even better.
That's right.
So there are obviously a lot of people who are involved with the foundation, and Jordan, you are one of those people. Can you tell us a little bit more about your role?
Sure. I am a development officer with the foundation, but my background is with museums and historic sites, so I was really excited to have the opportunity to support work here at Cone because of my background. So that's been a great benefit of raising funds for projects like Cone.
What are some things about the Moses Cone Manor that our viewers might be interested in from an agricultural standpoint or historical standpoint?
Sure. It's a fascinating story for sure. And one thing that I think is important to point out is Moses and Bertha Cone married in 1888 and first started buying property here in 1892. They had a shared love for this area. They vacationed in the area before they started building the estate. And it was part of their entire relationship because Moses was still purchasing property in the area in 1908, the year he died, and he ultimately accumulated over 3,500 acres. So they built this major estate and contributed to the local economy. They were the largest taxpayers in the county, the largest employers in the county. They also built a small school just over here, Sandy Flats, that they paid for the community and then paid for the teachers to work extra months of the year. They wanted it to be that the tenants that lived on their estate, that the children had a chance to receive an education, because at that point they didn't have school buses. And if you think about it, they didn't really have any transportation. If you can think about what this land was like when they first built the estate, there's no parkway, there's no major roads, there were no automobiles.
That's
so think of, this is basically wilderness where we are right now. It was a major endeavor, but I think we can all agree looking out on this view that it was worth it.
No doubt.
All the work
absolutely.
was definitely worth it.
That's for sure.
Well, we know he was an entrepreneur because of his background in denim and
Yes.
the textile king and all of that, but
Yes.
that was really some vision that he had to think about education.
Yes,
For-
education for
right,
sure.
yeah.
And he also, another major contribution that he made to this area was, you've probably heard about Moses and his apples. He decided that was going to be a major economic tool for Western North Carolina. So he planted over 30,000 apple trees on the estate. And he felt that this would be a way for the local economy to thrive. So it was a major part of the estate. He also planted other fruits, nectarines, peaches, cherries, pears. He had big ideas, really big ideas.
So the apple trees that are here now, there's some signs that say that the apples shouldn't be eaten, that there's arsenic in the soil. And so obviously there were some things they didn't know about what was healthy to do and things like that. Are there other things that come to mind as far as growing apples and their techniques here that might be interesting?
Well, this was over 100 years ago, so they maybe did some things that we would not do now, but that was all in an effort to keep the crops healthy. And they certainly had success. I mean, the sad thing is that since he died in 1908 and it takes 10 or 12 years to really get a great crop, they really didn't have a bumper crop until after he died. But he laid the groundwork, and then Bertha, for over 40 years, oversaw the estate and kept that going the whole time. So.
Well, as realtors, obviously we live here, and so we point a lot of people to Moses Cone as something to do, but it's really an amazing place to spend time as a tourist or even as a local. And my husband and I often sit on the porch in the rocking chairs, and our kids roll down the hill, and we just sit and spend a whole evening, here at Moses Cone. What are some other things that people can do here?
Well, we have over 250,000 visitors a year that enjoy the grounds, and I think that's very special because Moses and Bertha always had the grounds open to the public. They always invited the public to use their carriage trails. And they just wanted to keep some of the areas right around the house private, but they always welcomed people to come and enjoy the grounds. They sort of set the standard that they created this place for the people of North Carolina to continue to enjoy for future generations. So that's why we're here, and that's why we're trying to protect it.
It's amazing.
They were very community-minded, obviously.
Well, one of the ways that folks can help out is through fundraisers, and the biggest one of the year is coming up soon, the Denim Ball. Can you tell us about that and maybe what the funds are used for?
Sure. I hear often from people, oh my gosh, the house needs a lot of repair. Or, oh, this wall over here is falling down, one of the historic stone walls. So in 2016, the Blue Ridge Parkway Foundation decided that we were going to do a major fundraising effort to make a difference and address some of the most immediate needs of the estate that include the house and further afield. So since then, we have put in a new roof to protect the house from further water damage. We've installed the fire suppression system, and we've also started repairing some of the historic stone walls. We've done that through working with the community to rally the community and make them understand how fantastic this place is, the historical significance of it, and thank you, Jordan, for all the research you've done. And the community has responded wonderfully. And I mean, we've raised over $3 million already. We still have a ways to go, but we're getting very close. And each year we've had the Denim Ball, which is a really fun, dress down kind of ball. Wear your denim, and the women have a lot of fun dressing up in all kinds of different costumes. And we have a great dinner, lots of drinks, an auction. We raise money. We've raised over $100,000 a year every year. And people ask why? Why do you have to raise money? And the truth is the Park Service just does not have the funds to maintain this house and these 3,500 acres in the manner that we would like to see them. If we want a manicured lawn, if we want beautiful vegetation, wonderful carriage trails, the community must get involved. So I personally, this is my personal opinion, I think we can do better as a country for our national parks. So, and the foundation works toward that too. So we really just want to safeguard the future of our beautiful park that we all love so much.
Well, establishing community like that is so important, and for people that enjoy the park, getting involved with that foundation and with that sense of community and belonging is important as well. So I appreciate the work that you do, and Jordan, you too. Thank you for all the history you shared with us today.
Well, we appreciate you, Jonathan. Jonathan's been on the Denim Ball Committee this year, and we're very happy to get to know him and love this opportunity that you're giving us to tell our story a little bit. And we all working together for a better community, and that's what makes it so rewarding, I think.
Indeed. Well, thanks y'all for being with us today and sharing all this great information. I really appreciate it. And for all of you at home, click the link below to like our videos, subscribe to get future updates on videos as they come out. And thank you for watching our channel today. And we look forward to seeing you here in the High Country.